Sorry, VOD. Just fix that. Doesn't wink. Alright. It was a snowy day. When the details are unclear, I was walking back home since it was getting late. Until I tripped and fell on my face. I was so confused until I looked back and found a boy who was trying to hide under the snow. Of course, me tripping with him. The boy used to cover himself had fallen off of him. When he noticed, he instantly did his best to hide again. Not well, as it was obvious the strange bump in the snow was hiding someone. Soon enough, the three other kids arrived. They asked if I'd seen another boy running away. Before I answered, I noticed the snowballs in their hands. Considering the boy was hiding, it was hard not to know that he was hiding from them. Without knowing what else to do and not wanting the kids to notice the strange bump in the snow, I sat down on it, hoping to avoid the kids growing suspicious. After I told them that the kid had run away after pointing in a random direction, they ran away. When they were out of sight, I stood up and looked back at the kid who sat down on his knees when he felt my weight off his back. He was shaking off the snow that was on him, but stared at me once he noticed me looking at him. He was trembling due to the cold, that poor kid. All I could do was offer him my hand to help him up. He wasn't much of a talker. He was able to say small things. He seemed nervous to encounter those kids again, so I offered to walk him to his home. The only answer he gave me was a small nod. The rest of our time together was me trying to start a conversation, but he only listened to me. I haven't thought of that Finn in a long time. Hope that kid is okay, wherever he is. The roof. What is he talking about anyways? Bertaglia, where are you? I can hear some commotion outside. Kiddo? Huh? Bertaglia went missing? I should go outside. I hope nothing bad happened. Push my blankets up and get up, heading to the door and pushing it open. Almost instantly, I found Darsha looking around. It didn't take long until she saw me too. So, sorry, did I wake you? Darsha seemed to be a bit agitated. I heard some commotion. Is Tartaglia okay? What happened?
Tartaglia, we can't find him.
Fuck, sorry.
I heard someone opening the door of my apartment. I was worried, so I went to look for him, but he wasn't in his room. I looked outside, but nothing.
So he ran away. Why? I mean, I guess teens can be rebellious, but in the middle of the night, and in a town in the middle of nowhere. No wonder Darsha is worried. Not sure why he walked away. He seemed fine after he fixed things with Harriet. I hope I didn't miss any signals of him feeling bad. She muttered to herself, but I was able to hear it anyway. It was a bit sad to see her like that. As far as I know, she's a woman who works day and night. And it's obvious that she and Tartaglia have a deep connection, I see. I didn't hear anyone walking outside of my apartment until now, but it was you. So you haven't seen anything either. Flovia is looking downstairs and Paris is looking outside, but they haven't found anything. So even they were looking for him. Maybe he left a note? Not that I know of, but I should probably go look just in case. See, can I help? Sure, he hasn't been the nicest to me, but I also don't want him to be in any danger. He's still a kid after all. And if he confessed to what he did, period, in Alkino, then maybe there's a part of him that is kind. Darcy seemed a bit surprised at my offer, but it didn't look like she was going to reject the help. I would appreciate it. I'll be looking back in my apartment and see if you left a note there or something, but if you find something, please tell me. I know and look towards around where she walks away. But I don't think I'll find something at this floor. Upstairs. Let's see if I can find a sight of him up there. I head to the stairs and God, it's too dark. I look up. It seems that the lights aren't working here. I sigh and carefully start to go up the stairs, holding the rail that was on my right. They should really fix this. It took me a while to get to the roof, especially since I was doing my best to not fall due to how dark it was. Thankfully, the stars were giving me some sort of light. And now that my eyes got used to the dark, I can see everything a little better. It's time to look around. I just have to be careful not to fall. Sure, there are railings here, but I should be careful anyway. I already had a car accident. I don't want to get in another. I don't think I have the same luck if I fell down from there. What the fuck are you doing here? I recognize that voice and stutter. At least he didn't insult me. So, he was here all this time. It wasn't that hard to find. But, who would have thought that he'd be here? Walk closer to him, I could sense that he was upset about something. I should be careful about what I say to him. I don't want him to get upset. Everyone is worried about you. Oh, too bad for them. What's wrong? I sat next to him. I didn't want him to feel intimidated. Surprisingly, he did not push me away. He just kept quiet. I simply stayed quiet. If he wanted to speak or open up, he could do it in his own terms. Tomorrow's my birthday. Oh, he is the one who will have his birthday soon. Well, congratulations. Don't. Huh? I'm ready. So you're nervous? I'll be turning 17. And I'm not dumb. I know the town is preparing something for me. I see, and that's something you don't want. I know I'm stupid. It's obvious I don't deserve it. Everyone deserves something nice. Well, I can understand how you're feeling. But even then, everyone deserves to have something nice. Sure, he's not the nicest kid, but he's still 16. In a way, he still has to learn how life works. Not that I'm unthankful. I appreciate the efforts, but I simply looked at him, waiting for him to continue. Not only do I feel like I don't deserve it, but I don't feel ready. I'm getting closer to the day of being an adult, but I really just don't feel ready for that. And I have no one else who feels the same way about me. I'm the only teen in town. Everyone else is over 21. They have already figured things out, but I'm alone. It's understandable. He looked at me a bit surprised. 18 is a very important age for anyone. You have a lot of expectations during back when you turn 18. But honestly, who's prepared for that? Sorry. Who's prepared to suddenly have a label of legal adult one day? Scary even. That's it. That's not an excuse for his actions lately, but it's understandable. He's probably scared and lashing out to the people who he thinks have already figured out the whole adult thing. Besides, I have no idea what has happened in his past. I should listen to him at least once. When I look at him, he's just staring. Not in an annoying way, but just like he was listening to me. Not trying to insult me, just listening. I understand you feel alone. I also know that with my words, it won't magically fix what makes you feel so bad. But even if I am no longer age, I get how you feel. I was once also your age. And also had to figure things out. Hell, maybe I'm still figuring things out. Aren't adults supposed to know everything? Far from it. Sure, we may be more mature about various things that adults can't understand, but that doesn't mean we know everything. You never stop learning. And besides, even if you worry you'll forget yourself in this new stage of your life, that's not true. You're just growing up. It's still you, and you have all the time to figure it out. It's not a race. Besides, you'll never be alone. You will always have yourself on your side. Therefore, be nice to yourself once in a while. Enjoy the good things. I think the nice thing is, who knows, they might not want a hug. He didn't say anything, but nodded. I have a feeling he feels better. Is that why he came to the roof? I can really stress when around people. I just want them to think alone. I don't like when people go around me and try to help without giving me a moment to breathe. It just makes me want to scream and lash out. Because I'm not good at controlling it. I can see why you're having a bunch of people around can be stressful, especially when you're not in a good mood. So is that right? It's the first time he used my name. Yes? Listen, I'm sorry for insulting you when you first arrived in town. I mean, yeah, that was mean, but you were just scared, right? I guess I wasn't. I don't even know why I do that. I'm not sure why I was so angry. It just feels normal to be surrounded by conflict. I guess that's also why I caused Alakino and Perry to fight. I'm not sure. Then looked away. I don't think he's ready to talk more in depth about why he reacts so aggressively. Should let him get used to me first. There you two are. I looked up, finding Perry in front of us. He stared at Tartaglia, getting on his knees to see him eye to eye.
You worried all of us. Are you okay?
I just needed some sleep, that's all. He then avoided his gaze while he walked away. But then he stopped and looked at me. See you later, Snow. Caught me by surprise. I expected him to not acknowledge me. I smiled and waved goodbye at him. I'm glad I was able to get to know him a little. Do you think he's gonna be okay? Parrot looked at me and chuckled a little as he helped me get up by holding his hand.
He'll be fine. I promise.
Hey, Parrot, we found him. Flavio interrupted the moment. It didn't seem he expected me to be here. I know Snow found him. Darsha will be glad to see him. Of course. She was about to call Pulsino and Nella for help until he calmed down. Anyways, good job. Oh, well, thanks. But maybe I wouldn't have found him if it wasn't because of that dream. Was it really a dream? Anyways, we should all go back now. Yeah. I nodded as Perry had started walking back to the building. He's still looking at me. Is something the matter, Snow? Oh, sure, sorry. I know, I don't know. Almost as soon as I asked him to. Almost. Almost felt like he didn't want to. It was just my imagination. We continued walking. Flavio was waiting for us to go ahead of him for some reason. Snow? Yeah? What's wrong? There's something I have to tell you. He stopped walking. He seems to be struggling with something. Yes? Remember the scream you heard last night? Yeah. Gonna forget that. I must admit, there's someone else in town. He's unstable. He said, his expression became a bit softer and sadder. Why does it seem that only the thought of that person pained him? By unstable, you mean he has his own space, so he will not hurt anyone while my dad and Darsha find a way to make him stable again. What? Why is someone like that here? Isn't it dangerous? Of course, but he's not allowed near others. For both our safety and his. Flavio interrupted us. Almost forgot he was still there. But he's giving me more information about that person, so I'm not complaining. Deserve to know. The thing is, with this town being away from loud and unexpected noises will help them remain stable. but lately he's become way more aggressive. Parrot looked away, almost embarrassed. So they began to keep him sedated so he won't hurt himself accidentally or anyone else. Even if it seems it's losing the effect more often, so that's why you heard it scream. At least that's what happens. At least when that happens, Starsha or my father quickly go to help him. They're doing that. They're doing everything to keep him relaxed until there's a cure. I was surprised when I heard Flavio speak. I was beginning to think he would never say more as long as I was in the same room as him. I see. I don't know what to think, honestly. Do the others know about this? Well, yes. I wasn't sure how to tell you.
My. My sons are not very good at keeping secrets.
What?
My. I can't help but feel a little disappointed. I thought I had raised you two better. Especially you, Piero.
Piero froze and Flavio frowned. The person was at the end of the stairs, but it was so dark I couldn't see them.
It's not a secret. Shouldn't we be honest with the people who live here? They all deserve that.
The strange person got quiet for a moment.
Piero.
I looked at Piero. His expression was filled with so many emotions, nervous, serious, scared.
Yes?
You've gone soft. Let's try and avoid that, okay? We'll talk later. All right, son.
Piero now looks defeated. All we could hear now was the steps of the mysterious figure walking away. Why did they say that? Did they not want me to know about that? Is it not something I was expecting and not excited at all? At least I know. Looked at Parrot again. He was just about to walk away until...
You don't have to do what he says.
Piero stopped, but didn't say anything or even look back.
Piero.
I'm fine. You don't need to worry.
He finally looked back at Flavio, just giving him a smile like nothing happened. Flavio simply sighed and walked ahead, leaving us alone. Let's go, there's no use in staying here any longer. When we eventually got back, Darsha and Taglia were together. Darsha looked relieved to see him again. At least this ended well. Before I was able to go back to my room, Darsha stopped me by putting her hand on my shoulder. Hey, Snow, do you want to have a minute? Yeah, is Tartaglia okay? Yes. When he feels better, I'll talk to him. But anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for helping. He told me you found him. Oh, it's no problem at all. She simply smiled gently before speaking again. Before I forget, you must know that we're celebrating Tartaglia's birthday. Tomorrow, some of the people will reunite here at 10 a.m. to organize everything. If you want, you're more welcome to join us. Well, it might help to distract me from my current situation. Sure, I'll go. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. I'll just say this place isn't so bad. I can't help but feel comfortable here. This place is better than my home. In the meantime, all I can do now is wait. I say goodbye to Darsha before going back to my room. We'll see what tomorrow brings. It's acting a bit weird. Firstly, this time I was able to get some sleep, with no strange dreams, in fact. At least not that I remember. Slowly sit up on the bed and stretch. How much longer will I stay here? Reach for my phone on the nightstand. Still no signal. Come on, get it together. There must be a way to get out. It's only been 3 days. But do I really want to go back? I sigh as I push my hair out of my face. What time is it? I look at my phone again. 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. Crap, I have to hurry. Once I quickly get up once I hear a knock. In a moment, well, when I try to rush, my legs get tangled with the blanket and make me fall on the ground. Great. I managed to push the blankets off my legs and get up. Ow. I muttered to myself. Finally reached the door and opened it. I'm not sure who I was expecting, but this was someone new. Oh. She looked at me, nervous, like I was gonna yell at her at any moment. What? Is she trembling? Can I help you? Instantly, she pushed the box she had on her hands towards me.
Special delivery!
What? Wait.
Have a good day!
Hold on. She ran away. It just happened. The box that was now in my hand. I never ordered anything. Moved the box around, trying to find something that I could indicate who could have sent it. Found it. Was Zara. Why would she send me anything? I bring the box inside before putting it on the table. When I noticed I didn't have to open it. Have anything open it. Should have bought a scissors or cutter. Look at the kitchen. A knife will do. Get the knife and go towards the box. It's weird to open a box with a knife, however, it's the fastest way to open it. And I'm kind of in a hurry. Thankfully, the knife will make the job easier and faster. I put it aside and open the package. It's just clothes. Wait, are these the clothes she was making for me? She's really fast. Does the girl even sleep? I slowly take out the clothes. I was worried there was going to be a body inside. They're well made, the clothes she uses, huh? Well, maybe today would be a good day to use them for the first time. I'm sorry, VODs, for this being a short VOD, but I am tired. So I'm gonna go to sleep. Don't worry, I'll upload this at like very close times together. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'll see you later. Not be right back. I'll see you later.